Hello Skillr fans, today we are breaking down the glorious style from a legendary boxer, a fighter who has achieved greatness and earned his crown in the boxing world. In this video, we will analyse the skills that make Canelo Alvarez stand out as one of the all-time greats. As always, we'll start with the boxing stance. Canelo adopts a forward squared up guard, a traditional Mexican boxing stance. He keeps his arm up and chin down, placing most of his weight on the front foot. His head movement involves an in and out motion, teasing his opponents and allowing him to transition effortlessly between defensive maneuvers. He has a responsible guard, always keeping his elbows close to his body. Even when slipping and dodging punches, his hands remain at chin level, reinforcing his solid defense. With regards to his lower body, he maintains a slightly flexed legs that allow him to explode with combinations. Now, let's explore his remarkable skills. Feints. Feinting is a game changer in boxing, and it is surprisingly underused. However, Canelo excels in this aspect, not only because he uses them so often, but also because of how effective they are and how well he combines them. The key to successful feints lies in selling the fake punch convincingly by mimicking the entire movement. One of his best feints are to the body. He ducks down, really making the whole motion so his opponent creates an opening upstairs. Then he rapidly changes levels and uses the strength of his legs to lunge himself forward with a big overhand to the head. Another signature feint in his style is the right hand feint, followed up by an uppercut. And even though this feint may not fully resemble a punch, it distracts the opponent with one hand, but much more importantly, it positions him perfectly for the lead uppercut. It is also worth mentioning how good he is able to change the trajectory of a punch without explicitly doing a feint.
She hasn't moved back. His mid-30s. Jab, a timed jab right here. It's not here.
Right hand by Canelo.
Well-rounded defense. As we've seen in our previous videos, defense in boxing extends far beyond just head movement. There are lots of different techniques that add to a great defense, and Canelo is exceptionally great at all of them. You may see fighters who are great at blocking, or great at parrying, or great at clinching. Some have great footwork, and some have great head movement. But it is difficult to see someone who is great at all of them. Apart from the excellent head movement, which we all know, his parrying skills are often overlooked but highly effective. He possesses the ability to get rid of punches by parrying them with creative and well-timed parries, making his defense even more impenetrable. Another hallmark of his defensive arsenal is the head roll technique, which he skillfully employs to either evade or absorb the power of a punch. A great last resort move for when there's no time to block or parry. As always, it is the little details that make big differences. Despite his seemingly more flat-footed stance, Canelo surprises his opponents with his remarkable footwork, especially when he blends his footwork with his head movement.
Fought Floyd Mayweather.
Now Golovkin has been getting the better.
And you're not even sure.
Creative combinations. One of the best combination punchers in the sport's history. His combinations are not only lightning fast and powerful, but also incredibly creative. He rarely uses the same entry. He avoids repetition, constantly changing from head to body to keep opponents guessing and create openings.
The fact that Lopez amazing with Canelo.
And cut. Nice.
Well, but Lopez showing his fight, and now Alvarez going to the body. right through his offense.
And there he goes again to the body!
One unique aspect of his combos is his ability to throw combinations with the same hand. While alternating striking hands can create fluidity and torque, using the same hand adds unpredictability to his combinations, making him even more lethal.
You gotta mix your combinations up like that.
Four brothers who said they used to race. Sergio, we know as Canelo starts to work.
Game, it's more about how, and back comes Alvarez.
Oh, and there it is!
Now, as always, let's see what flaws we could find in his game. Emotionally invested. If for the most part of his fights he is calm and collected, in certain instances his emotions get the better of him, causing a loss of focus. During these moments, he becomes too emotionally invested, leading to lapses in concentration and deviation from the game plan. A great example is round 5 of his fight against Golovkin, where he was getting a little careless, and on the ropes he got caught with a big overhand.
Tight punches as well. Right hand again by Golovkin.
Something his trainer addressed in the corner, reminding him to stay focused and follow the strategy.
Ahí te metió el golpe que te ha metido sólido es porque tú te lo buscaste. No abuses de hacer defensa.
But as we always say, no fighter is perfect, and even the best have some flaws in their game. What's so interesting about Canelo's style is how he's been able to adapt the traditional style and elevate it to the pinnacle of boxing. A style that cemented him as the pound for pound #1 and solidified his status as the biggest star in modern boxing. We would love to know your opinion. What do you think are his biggest skills? And do you think he has any other flaws? Let us know in the comments.